Hey, it's Spence from LaunchFlows.com. In about 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how to take a regular WooCommerce product and turn it into a custom checkout page, including the use of an instant Gutenberg pattern. That means no design work on your part to get very complex and powerful features. Let me show you how it works. Here I've got a sample product. It's out of the box using Astra and whatever styling I put into Astra. It picks up the header and footer of the underlying theme. This will work with any theme. I go on the back end of the product and I go into the LaunchFlows tab under the product data. First thing I want to do is to clean up the extra pieces that I don't need from the product. So I'm going to use the instant sales page option. This removes things like the product breadcrumbs, metadata, tabs, and reviews. Let's refresh the page. Now I've got a cleaner layout. This, by the way, works perfectly if you want to actually use a remote checkout page instead of making the product into its own checkout page. Here I'd like to have both. So I'm going to now add the checkout page capability. Unlike the other pages and post types where we would select the actual drop-down of the LaunchFlows template, when we're in the product, we don't need to do that. We simply select the checkbox and this product becomes its own sales and checkout page. Let's refresh the page and see what we get. Out of the box, we get the default WooCommerce layout. This has everything you need to get started, and it's the original WooCommerce components where they were designed in the WooCommerce checkout template. When we add a product to the cart, we can see that it's got the basic capabilities to complete the checkout as you'd expect. But now let's take it one step further. Let's add the custom design flexibility and the features that will be built into the LaunchFlows native integration with Gutenberg blocks, specifically patterns. Patterns means that we take all the various custom checkout shortcodes that we would want to use, and instead of making you drag them and drop them individually, we're going to give them to you in the pattern that you need, along with the special features. This will be available both as a pattern and as a shortcode, so it will work whether or not you're using Gutenberg, and it will work natively inside of your other page editor. Nevertheless, I'm really leaning towards making LaunchFlows a Gutenberg first product. That is to say that even if you have any other page builder or theme, you will still be able to use it. It'll just give the styling around the content. But in the content space, I would prefer that everybody is able to use these standard Gutenberg patterns and blocks. Why? Because then we don't have to support 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 different styles, and everybody can share amongst themselves. You can use it across all of your clients if you're a WordPress implementer, regardless of what their theme is. It'll make it better for everybody, and it'll make it a more vibrant ecosystem, which is something that I'm shooting for at LaunchFlows. So what I'm going to do here is now go into the editor, and I'm going to click on the block selector. I'll choose patterns, and you'll see here that we've got LaunchFlows as a category. There will be plenty of other options here, but I'm going to choose this initial one, which gives us a custom layout with a sticky review sidebar. I click update, and that's all there is to it. Let's refresh and see how it changes. Here we can see that it's picked up some of the other features of LaunchFlows, like the ability to have the quantity selector and the removal. But watch what happens on the sidebar. The sidebar is now sticky, which is a neat little feature. That's something that's very convenient and emulates what you might find at other types of checkouts. For example, if one were to go over to Shopify, or even in some of the other plugins that work to modify WooCommerce's behavior, having the ability to always see your order is a nice thing to have. Now, this is just one example of how LaunchFlows with native block patterns will make it really simple for you to go in and get started. If I wanted to, from here, I can now customize the look and the feel of any of the individual components. I can also add in all the other design blocks that I want from Gutenberg to further refine the look and the feel of this page. Either way, it's completely compatible with all the native WooCommerce components, all the Gutenberg components, and again, it will work no matter what your other page builders are. I hope this makes you excited to start using LaunchFlows for your custom checkouts as well as your sales funnel steps. If you have any questions, you can reach me at help@launchflows.com. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.